Hello everyone and welcome. I have a Valentine's Day Deco mesh wreath for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you how to make an adorable Valentine's Day Deco mesh wreath using the curl method. When I went into Dollar Tree and I found these brand new Gumball signs, I knew I had to make a wreath using one. Let me show you how to make it. To get started on today's wreath, you're going to need a 14-inch wire wreath form. This happens to be gold, but you can use whatever color you can find. You're also going to need some pipe cleaners cut in half. And then you're also going to need some mesh from Dollar Tree. Now this is their snow-covered mesh. This is more of a tulle type mesh with fake snow on it, and I really like it. The fake snow adds a lot of texture and density to the tulle, and it works very well, and you get absolutely no fraying when you do a cut method, so I really like using this. You're going to need 3 rolls of their pink, and this is the dark pink, and this is 6 inches at 3 yards, so these rolls are a little bit smaller. That's why you're going to need 3. And then the white and the hot pink mesh, this is their decorative mesh. This comes out of their everyday box, and you can tell that because it's marked Floral Garden, and they are vacuum sealed. This is the better mesh that Dollar Tree carries. So you will need 2 rolls of the hot pink, and these are 6 inches at 5 yards. And then you'll need 4 to 5 rolls of the white, which is 6 inches at 5 yards. Now you're going to want to cut your mesh, all of it, into strips at 6 inches. We're going to be doing the curl method today. I have my mesh cut into strips at 6 inches, and I prefer to use a rotary cutter, and I use the one that you can pick up at Dollar Tree for $1.25. This works very well. We're going to be making 2 different bundles. So the first one will be 2 white and 1 hot pink. So you just want to start on one of the ends. You want to do a decent size roll, about the size of a quarter. You should get about 3 to 4 rolls. Then wherever your seam side is, that's the side you want to put down. Now I'm going to be using my Bow Dabra. I like to use this machine when I make bundles. It holds everything for me and it makes it much easier. I have arthritis in my hands, so using the bow makers really does help me out. So on this one, I'm going to do 1 white, the hot pink, and then another white. I have a pipe cleaner cut in half. Take that, wrap it around the center of your bundle. Pull it to the back, and the back is where all the seams are. Then pinch and twist. That's your first little bundle. For our second bundle, you're going to be doing 2 of the white and 1 of the light pink tulle with snow on it. And with this one, I'm going to put the 2 white on the bottom and the tulle on top. Again, just start at one side, do a nice large roll. So you should get about 3.5 to 4 rolls. Put the seam side down. I'm going to go ahead and make some bundles, and then I'll be right back. I have several bundles made, and I've started to attach it here to my wreath. I have one section done. Look at how pretty that looks. Now to attach these to your wreath form, you're going to be attaching them to the 2 bars here in the center. And in each section, and the section is between the 2 crossbars, you'll be placing 10 bundles, 5 of each. So you just take your pipe cleaners, you wrap them around those 2 bars in the center. You want to pull it nice and snug. Give it a good twist or 2. And then I like to pull my pipe cleaners together and then I push them forward. This will help keep the back of your wreath looking nice and clean, and you're not going to have anything sharp on the back. So just alternate between the two bundles and place 10 in each section. I have my base completed and I'm very happy with the end result. I ended up only needing 2 rolls of the light pink mesh with the snow on it. I thought I was going to need 3, but it worked out that I only needed the 2. So to recap, you will need 5 rolls of white Deco mesh, 2 rolls of the hot pink, and 2 rolls of the tulle type with the snow on it. I'm very happy. I think it's so pretty and it really gives you that Valentine's Day vibe. Here in the back you can see that I've attached everything to the 2 bars in the center, and by tucking your pipe cleaners forward, the back looks nice and clean. Very professional. At this point I like to go through my wreath and do any type of cleanup. If I see any ends that may be fraying or something that's sticking out that's kind of funny, I just go through and clean it up. This is the best time. Okay. Now here's the sign that we're going to use today. They did come out with 2 color tones. This is the pink color tone. They also have one that's in a red color tone. So of course choose whichever one you can find or whichever one you prefer. Now to attach this, I have glued on 4 pipe cleaners on the back here. Now this sign didn't have any holes in it, and I didn't want to staple through it because it's not very thick. So I went ahead with some hot glue, and then I also placed some ribbon over it. It just gives you a wider area to attach that pipe cleaner. And I have it in 4 areas, so this will be nice and sturdy once I get it onto my wreath. But I really love these signs. They are brand new for 2024. We're going to work on our bow now. I pulled this ribbon out of my stash. I've had it for a little while. I picked this up from the 99-cent store. This is 2.5 inches at 3 yards. It's very comparable to the type of ribbon you get from Dollar Tree. But I loved all the conversation hearts on it, and I thought it would go really well with the Gumball machine. And then to accompany this, I also have this really pretty sheer pink. But then I was also thinking maybe the velvet pink. I think these two will go better together. So I'm going to start here with the sheer pink, and this one I did get from Dollar Tree in their Valentine's Day section. And I want my tails kind of long on this one, so I'm going to measure at about 10 inches, pinch and twist. And I'm going to measure my loops here at about 4 inches. And I'm going to do 2 loops on either side at 4 inches. And now I'm going to move to the conversational heart ribbon, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to measure my tails at about 10 inches. And then I'm going to do 2 loops on either side at 4 inches. So I have my 2 loops on either side. I've gone ahead and twisted. I want to add 1 more loop for a center loop. And this one I'm going to make relatively small, maybe only about 2 inches. And then to move back over to the other side, I'm going to come through that small dowel rod and the large dowel rod in the front. That's going to help me keep the piece of ribbon that I need on this side when I tie it together. And then I can measure out my other tail. You're also going to need a full-length pipe cleaner. Take that and slide it underneath one side till you get up next to your dowel rods. Pull it up. Push down your bow, get it nice and snug. Pull the pipe cleaners together and then I pinch so it holds your ribbon in place. Lift up. Make sure that that little piece is on the correct side. Wrap it around the front and pull it to the back. Get it nice and snug and give a twist or 2. So this little piece helps hold everything together, and that helps me with my center loop there. And then just open up your loops and spread them apart and pull down your tails. If you need to do any adjusting, you want to go right down to where it's tied and do your adjusting there. If you need to open it up or twist it, pull it, that's where you want to do it. That is approximately what your bow should look like. I'll do my final adjusting and the trimming of my tails once I get it onto the wreath. So let's get our sign attached. Now I want my sign to be slightly off center, kind of off to the side just a little bit. I want to place my bow here and the long tails down. Then I'll add a few other little items around. To attach your sign to your wreath, simply take your pipe cleaners, separate your mesh, and feed them down until you reach the wire frame in the back. You can attach it anywhere on the wire frame that you need to get your sign to sit the way you want it to. My sign is on nice and secure, it's not going to go anywhere. And now I'm going to place my bow and I want it up in the corner. And I want all of my tails to come down on this side of my sign. And to attach my bow, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take those pipe cleaners, feed it down through the Deco mesh, and attach it to the wire frame in the back. I have my bow on and I'm very happy with its placement. I left the tails the length that they were and just dovetailed the ends. So I'm very pleased so far. There's one more thing I want to add throughout the wreath. And I pulled out 3 of these large glittered hearts. These come as ornaments. You can get them at Dollar Tree. They come in a couple different colors. So I have 3 of those. Then I also pulled out 3 large white glitter hearts. These, I believe, came from either Walmart or the 99-cent store. And I'm going to place those large ones first. And then I also have a handful of the table scatter. I have some in the pink and some in the red. I was going to go with the red, but then I noticed that the pink is the same pink, so I'm going to get the large ones in first and then decide whether or not I want to go with the red or the pink or a mixture. But I have 3 of the white and 3 of the glittered pink. And I always like to work with my placement, kind of see where I'm going to place them. I kind of want to nestle them in so that they're not just sitting right on top of the mesh. Kind of like that. As you can see, some of them you can still really see where the hole was, so I need to keep that in mind and maybe nestle it in with the top down, kind of like that, so you can't see it. So I just like to work with my placement, decide where I want to place my hearts. Once I get that down, I'm going to go and glue them in. And I'm going to use a combination of Aleene's Original Tacky Glue and hot glue. So I'm going to get all my hearts glued in, and then I'll be back and I'll show you the finished product. And there you go, we are all done. I have all of my heart embellishments glued in, and I'm very happy with the end result. I did go with the red small hearts. I liked the contrast better. But I'm so pleased with the end result of the Love You More Sweetheart Gumball Wreath. If you enjoyed today's content, please give me a big thumbs up and show some love in the comments. This really does help support my channel. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. When the notification bell pops up, you're going to want to hit that too. That way, YouTube will let you know every time I upload new content. And I do add new content to my channel every week. You have a great day, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.